Hello everyone, this is Victor from Rodriguez Construction. We just started a new kitchen remodel. This is actually our fourth kitchen remodel in a row. And we want to give you a little insight as to what the working relationship is like between our company and the customer. Many people think that when you get into a remodel kitchen, for example, you're looking for a cabinet installer, you're looking for a tile setter, you're looking for maybe a drywall guy, an electrical person, electrician, plumber, etc. All of the trades. But there is so much more to running a construction project than just the individual trades. Coordinating all of those trades is also another task in and of its own. But there's also so many other things, and we're just going to scratch the surface on a few of them at the very, very beginning of this particular job here. So we're going to do a quick little walkthrough and just show you how it is that we are trying to make life better for the homeowner, the family, as well as making life better for our workers, myself, my guys. That is the perfect scenario, a scenario in which we can come in, are free to do our thing while trying to be as disruptive to the family and the household as possible. So let's give you a quick little walkthrough. So we just set up these little ramps right here so we're not dragging things in and out of the house. We can wheel the debris. We're doing demo right now, so we can wheel the debris in and out. I will refer back to this thing in just a little bit. That's super, super clean air that's coming out of there. And we'll tell you what that's all about. So very, very first thing is right here. So we've installed this combination lock for the customer. And in that keypad lock, we are able to set up codes. And we share the codes with the customer. So customer knows how to add codes, delete codes, and any codes that have been programmed have been shared with the customer. So I have my own code. The family has their own code. If I need to give access, temporary access to a electrician, for example, electrician can come in, I can create a separate code for the electrician. When the electrician is done with the job, immediately that same day, we're able to delete that code. The electrician will no longer have access to the property. Anytime that we give access to the property, the customer is first notified. They know what the code is for that particular person. They know who the person is that's coming in. So super easy, great way to create access in and out of spaces. By the way, a little side note, part of this project, this is a kitchen remodel, but we will be replacing this door as well. So walking in through, what we've got here is we have what's called a negative airspace. So negative airspace, this kitchen literally is in the middle of this entire house. So that way right there goes to their living room. On the other side of this goes to a hallway which goes upstairs to bedrooms. In that door over there is a formal dining room. Literally this kitchen, we are doing demo in the middle, smack dab middle of this house that connects to everything. We've got everything blocked off with the plastic zippered entryways. We've got another one here. So that one is just additional protection. Everything is contained inside that area. But for additional protection during the day while we're working, we've got that there as well. This family also has two wonderful little dogs. And so to make everything super easy, let's see if I can do this here with one hand. I can. Let's see. We made this little temporary barricade for the two little dogs. Rubber protection underneath there so it doesn't ruin the floors. And when the customer comes home, at the end of the day, when the customer comes home, this is open for them again. The flaps are open and the customer can use this to keep the dogs. The dogs are able to roam around the entire house but not come into our space and not come into this entryway here where we have our tools stored. Speaking of customer coming home at the end of the day, when we're done, we have some cleaning supplies and we're in and out throughout the day, but before we leave, we clean this area up and leave it spotless so that the customer is walking into a spotless environment, can walk through and access the rest of the house. Now let's go ahead and come into the negative airspace, and we'll explain what a negative airspace is and what this contraption is. So coming in through here, here's our air filtration system. Might be a little loud right now as it's running. So that filter that you see right there, that filter is the equivalent of a normal HVAC filter that somebody would have in their house. However, that is just the first layer of filtration. Within there, there is an additional 2 cartridges. The second cartridge, it's a much higher level of filtration. Some of you may be familiar with MERV ratings for filters. Normal MERV rating filters for households is usually like a 10 or a 12. The highest MERV scale is 17. So this one here is a normal house type of filtration system. It's a MERV 12. The cartridge, the second cartridge that's inside, is higher. It's off the MERV scale. It's higher than a MERV 17. So super high filtered air. And then the third cartridge is a charcoal cartridge to further clean up the air that's being sucked out of this negative airspace. So the air that we're blowing out is way cleaner than normal air that's being blown in people's homes. Why are we blowing it out the doorway there? Is for one simple reason. It's super clean air. We could blow it in anywhere, but people do have dust inside their homes. Above doors, above trim, there are always spots in people's homes in which don't get clean, even in a very clean home. So us blowing air into another room would only disrupt that normal dust that people have in their house in crevices, blinds, again, above doors, trim area, windows, etc. So by blowing it out, we are not disrupting any of that. By the way, this is Jonathan. Jonathan, say hello. Hello. So we've decided to go with these khaki colored shirts, and Jonathan is now trying out the one that we believe we're going to be using for the winter. He's going to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on those shirts, and if he likes those, we're going to add our logo to those. But as you can see here, so continuing on, just a little side note that I didn't think I was going to talk about, but I just mentioned, I just happened to see this right here. See this right here? This is completely illegal. This is not to code. This is no bueno. There can never be junction boxes that are hidden, inside a wall. So during our remodels, it's quite often that we find additional things that we clean up. So there's an old speaker intercom system. The customer might want to keep this here as nostalgia, part of the house, part of the story of the house. We're okay with leaving it there, even though none of this is probably connected. We will check, and if we can make it operational, we'll make that operational again. But this right here, no bueno. That's got to go. That's got to get cleaned up by our electrician. So continuing on, as you can see, we are making a tremendous amount of dust in here. Speaking of protection, actually, so we've got Ram board here, which is the best in the industry for floor protection, because these floors, we are working on top of floors that are going to be saved. But additionally, besides, above and beyond that, we also have this additional hardboard here. So as Jonathan is doing the demo, he is moving that hardboard along to the areas that he is demoing. So we've got double the protection for the flooring that's underneath. One more thing, if we come over to this side and we unzip this here, this is where we need access to the customer's basement. That is the door to the basement right there. And as you can see, super clean, like literally regular living, everyday living here on this side. Super clean, not a speck of dust. And every time that we walk to the basement, we've got this pad here, sticky mat by Ram board, and you can see our footprints there. We step on it and that takes any dust, debris right off of our shoes, our boots, so that we can walk to the basement for circuit breakers, plumbing, etc. come back up. And then we also run a quick little mop. We clean that up before we leave as well, because it's never 100%, but it's darn close, as you can tell right here. We haven't done any cleanup at all today. We've gone down to the basement a couple of times already, and you can see that's pretty clean. What you're seeing there right there is reflection. So let's just zip this back up and make our way back over. Jonathan, say bye-bye. Jonathan's the best. And I'll be in here helping him in just a minute. So to conclude, there is so much to a construction project, whether it's a remodel, new build, and naturally with larger projects, new builds, it's easy to assume that there are a lot of moving parts. But even in a smaller kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, there are a tremendous amount of moving parts. And this video right here, this is just we're just barely scratching the surface of all of the details and what actually goes into a successful remodel. Most people nowadays say, geez, it's hard to find quality work. It's hard to find quality labor. And while that's true, the actual labor only accounts for a small percentage of the success of the job. There is everything from communication, material selection, the correct material selection, the complete material selection. So often customers, clients, when they want to be involved in the project, will go out and buy a material, not understanding or knowing or forgetting the additional items that have to go along with that particular item in order for it to be installed correctly. Is it compatible? Should that item be picked? That is just material selection, communication, making life as easy as possible, as fluid as possible, as little disruptions as possible. There is really so much, and our goal at Rodriguez Construction is to make every single project better than the last. Little FYI on me, I originally, my degree was in secondary ed in mathematics, so I was supposed to be a high school math teacher. And, you know, one of the things that I remember from my collegiate days is that the best teachers were always the ones that before they started planning out their next lesson plan, they were first thinking about the previous lesson plan and figuring out how it could be better. Were there any holes, any gaps? Was there anything that could have been explained better? Was there anything that could have been done a little bit more efficiently? And I take that same approach to our construction jobs. So our goal is very, very simply to make the next construction job better than the last. And if we just consistently keep doing that, we will just have an awesome experience, not only for ourselves as the contractors, but also for the people in the household. So we appreciate any referrals. We appreciate anybody that is considering having us in their home. As you can see, trust is also a big factor, and we build trust via things like locks, and there's just so much more. This video is barely just scratching the surface. So if you know anybody that is looking for a contractor, somebody that they can bring into their household, somebody that they can trust, and somebody that doesn't want to be involved, somebody that just wants to hire somebody that's going to come in and think of everything that they thought of, including the things that the homeowner themselves did not think about. That's kind of our niche, and the people that would be a match, the customers that would be a match for us. Thank you. Have a great day.